Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome once again to Monday Night Twitch. I'm your host, Mike the WanderingTook, and joining me tonight, as always, is my friend and co-host, Daniel. Hi, Daniel.
Hi. Hi, I'm so glad we're able to reset this nonsense.
Reset. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Sip tea. Hi. Yeah, so
Hi.
last week was a disaster on a couple levels, and Daniel
Yeah.
and I just decided to restart from scratch. So the old video that we're referring to, probably you have not seen, and that is for the better.
I think
Um,
it's permanently in the archives.
yeah, yeah, which is fine because this is going
Yeah.
to replace it. It's just, yeah, yeah.
Hey,
So,
Mike, how do I sound?
you sound wonderful. You sound wonderful.
It's so folks, I got a whole new headset. It lights up my brain. It's heavy and I really feel weird because I've never had one of these before. It's been a long time. And so I used to be able to hear my house, which was part of the problem last week. Now I'm completely deaf to any trauma or emergency that may be happening in the other rooms of the house.
All right. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. So, what?
Tell me.
What? Where do we leave off here? Okay, we have done the intro to our characters in the last week that is on YouTube, and we are going into the first of three scenarios in Heart of Darkness. Which, while I am thinking about it, I'm going to duplicate the campaign log because I seem to recall that we're going to need to go to one of the last pages, and it's just
that's
nice
right.
to have both around. But
there was some stuff to look up.
So, this campaign was designed by Vinn Quest, who I don't believe
That's
is
so cool.
doing any more campaigns, but this is so far really good. And we were there's a bit of trepidation going into this scenario because you could do it really well or really poorly. But right from the get-go, from the prologue, as you'll see, it's done well.
Oh, gosh, yeah. All right, you ready? Prologue 2, Mike. I'm doing that because neither you nor I are playing with Akache Onyele or Julian Herbert, an investigator made for this campaign. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Thursday, July 2nd, 1925, Arkham, Massachusetts. For some time now, you've had difficulty sleeping because of your restless nights. A strange feeling overcomes you when you emerge from your feverish dreams. In these dreams, someone calls out to you for help, or tries to warn you. You can't tell. Perhaps both. The sensation fades away a few moments after you wake up, but you still have the impression that something unnatural is going on. So you stay alert and keep an eye out for any strange events that have happened recently. After a few days, one of your contacts in Arkham's high society brings you interesting information. The local representative of a wealthy Belgian company is seeking the assistance of individuals who are familiar with inexplicable phenomena. One of their employees, a station chief in the Congo, is reportedly causing major problems, with wild rumors beginning to circulate about him. The mystery surrounding this case puts your instincts on high alert. You become more and more convinced that there is something unusual going on, and you make an appointment with the representative to offer your help. A few days later, you're welcomed into the prestigious offices of Mr. Promise, the representative for the entire East Coast of the United States of the powerful Belgian Natural Resources Exploitation Company. Mr. Promise is visibly relieved to meet someone able to deal with his problem. He explains that the company has several stations in Congo, whose principal business is the exploitation of fossilized ivory. This branch of the company has generated huge returns and accounts for a large part of the company's profits. For this reason, the agents sent to the region are carefully selected. A talented and promising young man, Mr. Kurtz, was sent to the most distant and profitable station. And up until recently, the company was satisfied with his performance. Kurtz was the best in his field, solely accounting for more than half of the company's Congolese income. Steamboats regularly made the round trip from the inner station to the central station and back. All was going smoothly in the best of circumstances. Until one day, for some unknown reason, Kurtz abruptly stopped sending his ivory to the central station. At first, the company believed Kurtz to be ill or injured in an accident and sent a rescue mission. The team returned without Kurtz. They explained that they found him very thin but in fairly good shape, but he simply refused to return with them. He also refused to resume the ivory shipments because he needed them for a personal project. Strange rumors began to reach the ears of the company's managers. Not only was Kurtz blocking shipments of ivory, but his influence was growing among the local tribes. Some even worshipped him as a god. Several attempts to bring him back by force were unsuccessful, both the initial discreet ones and the subsequent more aggressive approaches. The last attempt, led by Captain Frislevin and a group of Swedish mercenaries, ended in the same failure. Only a few men returned from this expedition, wounded, traumatized. From what you could understand of their incoherent speech, they did not even get halfway to the interstation before being attacked. The captain is still missing. The entire affair is starting to become embarrassing for the company. And Mr. Promise concludes his explanation by urging you to help bring back Kurtz alive so they can put an end to the rumors, resume their business, and call Kurtz to account for his actions. You accept this mission and leave on the first ship heading for the Congo. Proceed to Scenario 1. Africa is watching. Tell us all about it, Mike.
Love it. Okay, so first, I do want to point out a couple things. Mr. Promise and the Belgian Exploitation Company, great little additions. And I don't recall the name Captain Frislevin from the book.
That's a new one.
But that's a new one. I'm wondering if he's taking the place of someone from the book. I guess we'll find out later. Yeah. All right. So this is Scenario 1. Africa is watching. After a smooth crossing of the Atlantic Ocean, you arrive with a clear view of the Congolese coast. You're impressed by the bustling life of the people there, the to and fro of the merchant ships, and the fragile crafts maneuvered by the indigenous people. In the distance, you can see a large Western warship shelling the bush, for no apparent reason or consequence, and apparently without causing any alarm. Once you arrive in Boma, the capital of the Belgian Congo, situated at the mouth of the river, you embark on a shuttle that travels between Boma and the company's central station, located a little further upriver. The coolness you felt from the ocean air throughout the journey begins to give way to a humid heat which gradually becomes more suffocating. Before arriving at the company's central station, you review once again the papers that Mr. Promise provided regarding Kurtz. One photograph in particular draws your attention. It shows a young, vibrant, and happy-looking Kurtz, looking sharp in his bush outfit, with a shotgun in one hand and helmet in the other. The ancestors are not watching us, so we're going to proceed to Intro 3. Once on site, the ambiance is as lively as ever, with the company employees continuously loading and unloading crates of merchandise. All this excitement spins your head a little, and you have a general sense that something is not quite right. As agreed with Mr. Promise, you report to the director of the central station. You find him standing in front of his office door, waiting for you. The Belgian expat is unremarkable in all ways: age, complexion, traits, manners, height, white-skinned, and dark-haired. Only his blue eyes, particularly cold, seemed out of the ordinary. "Hello," he says, somewhat curtly. "You must be the one Mr. Promise told me about. Great, but unfortunately we won't be going anywhere just now. The only boat we had that could navigate the sandbanks upriver ran aground not far from here. That's what happens when the crew doesn't have a captain skilled enough to safely maneuver on the river. We did have one to start with, but his last attempt to bring Kurtz back to the company was, how shall I put it? Disastrous. Yes, they were just mercenaries, but still, well, I know that Mr. Promise expects you to find a peaceful solution to this problem, but I intend to take a few precautions for our trip upriver just in case. I will accompany you on your mission, as well as a team I have personally selected to resolve this problem, once and for all. If there's no other solution, of course, bringing that devil Kurtz back is your priority. But I'll be honest, I have other more urgent matters to attend to at the moment, and most of my workforce is otherwise occupied. I therefore leave you in charge of repairing the ship." The director walks away, then turns back and calls out, "Oh, and by the way, welcome to the Congo."
Oh, it seems to be starting swimmingly here, Mike.
This is, swimmingly, because that's the only way we're getting up this river.
We don't fix this boat. So tell us about setup here. I'm looking at the board state.
Yes. All right. So things that we are familiar with are the locations and the act and agenda deck. You will notice there is an additional act deck. This campaign features what is similar to side quests in Lord of the Rings or Marvel, just other ways you can spend your clues to progress other storylines. You don't have to do them, but it is recommended that you do them strongly.
So I think that means we have to do them.
Well, of course.
And like always, we want to kick the tires of these campaigns. So
of course, let's see what they do.
As much as we can.
Right?
Yeah.
There is also an exploration mechanic, and we have reviewed the rules, and this follows the Return to Forgotten Age rules for exploring. That's the updated version, which we'll get to when we get there. The other thing is we each have an additional asset in play called Darkness Calls. It is permanent. It starts with 5 horror. Oh, maximum 5 horror on Darkness Calls. All right, we should remember that.
Okay.
If
All
there
right.
is no horror here, you flip it and resolve the text on the other side. And it is recommended that we go into this blind, not knowing what this is. And sure enough,
Yep.
Daniel and I
And
have no idea.
I have no idea, other than I imagine I don't want the horror to go off this card.
No, but I will also imagine that you're going to get your horror off first. Just based on how you play games.
That is tough but fair, my friend.
So I'm going to try to not race you to the bottom of that hole. How about that?
Very good. Very good. Why don't you tell us about the Central Station agenda?
Sure, let's talk about that. This is Agenda 1A. At the Central Station, 6 Doom Threshold. The company's Central Station has several facilities for loading boats with many kinds of merchandise. Local workers recruited by the company make endless trips back and forth between the station and the construction sites around its periphery. No one really pays any attention to you. Act 1A. Recover the Roi de Belges. The director of the Central Station has instructed you to find and repair the Roi de Belges, an old steamboat stranded in the river a short distance from here. You decide to go examine the wreck and see the extent of the damage for yourself, and start the repairs. And once we're there and we reveal it, we immediately advance.
Okay.
And our side quest is in search of information on Kurtz. Before leaving Arkham, Mr. Promise gave you a dossier with information concerning Kurtz. The last report from the company's medical officer indicated that Kurtz was in perfect physical and mental health before his departure for Africa. His track record with the company was impeccable. The letters of recommendation he received for his post in the bush are full of high praise. It's hard to reconcile this picture of Kurtz with the man now entrenched at the inner station. What exactly happened to change him so dramatically?
I know. All right. So we cruise around town for a while, figure things out. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are starting at Central Station. It was on a backwater surrounded by scrub and forest, with a pretty border of smelly mud on one side and on the 3 others enclosed by a crazy fence of rushes. A neglected gap was all the gate it had, and the first glance at the place was enough to let you see the flabby devil was running the show. All right.
So
we've got clues here, Mike.
Yeah, you have to flip it. I accidentally flipped it earlier, so the clues just stuck around.
Oh. All right, we can parlay and try to convince the company's accountant to allocate more equipment and spare parts. We test brains too and get some money. Okay. Or we spend money to heal. Okay.
All right.
And from here, we can go to the banks of the Congo off to the right, the residential district off to the left, and down south, the Bush Trail.
Yeah, what's interesting about this, the residential district actually does start revealed. And
okay.
Yeah, because it's double-sided. So it's another way
more
for
parlaying.
us to get clues.
Okay.
I mean,
it's a good place for nerds like you to go, yeah?
Yeah, I guess I'm a bit of a nerd. I'm a weird nerd.
Yep.
Okay, speaking of weirdness and nerds, are you ready to play some games?
You want to do it?
Yeah.
Well, I toast you, Mike, with the gift that our dear friend Josh from the Hills Have Nerds gave me when he visited my house. He gave me a really fine bottle of bourbon. And Josh, you'll be pleased to know that I'm drinking the last of it right now. All right, Mike, are you ready to make some money?
Oh, am I?
Okay, so for my let me go first, Mike.
Sure.
Okay. For my first... Oh, I need to shuffle these back. Excuse me.
Oh, you can just hit that little shuffle button.
Oh, this is so new school.
I know, eh?
All right, so as Marion Tavares, the trawler, which we all know is a job on a ship, right? All right, Mike, let's stand together. We each get $2.
Nice. Thank you.
As per Marion's text, after I play an event during my turn, I draw a card. There it is. Uh-oh.
It's a mob enforcer.
All right. Hey, that's good. That's good. All right. So he shows up with me right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No problem there. Then I may play a different event. Limit once per round. Do you agree with that assessment?
I do.
Now, notice I have another stand together in my hand, Mike. I cannot play that.
No.
But I can, before I know that mob enforcer is here, gamble.
I
How
think
cool is
that
that?
works. I think that works.
Yeah. Because the mob enforcer comes out as, like, he doesn't end the turn or anything.
No, I'm just wondering if he attacks you, but you're not really spending an action to do this. Or are you?
This is a fast action.
Okay.
It counts as like the fast action window. I read about this.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to gamble. Are you ready?
Yeah.
We have everything in our bag. What's in our bag, Mike?
Well, the viewers can see what's in our bag here. We have the autofail, -4, -3, the smattering of other things. For special tokens, we have 2 skulls and 2 cultists. We have nothing else. Our bag is going to build as we go.
Mike, I'm going to draw my Elder Sign and the autofail for 21. You ready?
Let me just see this. Oh, this card. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't do it.
But
so that is 1. That is 6.
Yeah. 7.
7.
10. 12.
12.
14. 24.
No, I busted. Oh. That's a bummer.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I mean, you basically had no
my
choice because...
Yeah,
you needed 18.
that did not go out the right way. All right, so what I'm going to do is spend $4 for my second action to discard the mob enforcer.
Okay.
Okay. Then, Mike, I'm going to spend... I'm not going to move. Mike, I think I'm going to draw a card if that's all right with you.
Yeah, that works for me. I mean, you've already drawn a weakness.
If you're not moving,
No,
I'll stand together again next turn. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, that works. You can try gambling again.
I can gamble again.
Oh, I'm guessing that didn't go quite the way you wanted.
You know I'm going to do that, right? All right. So that, I believe, is me, my friend.
All right. Well, kind of a bust of a first turn, but is really good knowing that your mob enforcer isn't in the deck anymore.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
You know he's going to pop out in opportune moments.
Because I appear to be a fighter that's not a really good fighter, Mike, until maybe higher levels.
Hard to say. I haven't really played around with her yet.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay, so as I discovered last week, the best place to put George Barnaby's cards, or his boat as people call it, is going to be up here in the threat area. So I have 2 cards up there. My first action is going to be to play the nautical charts. My second action, you know what? I'm going to do this first. I'm going to exhaust and investigate. I'm a 5 on a 2. Auto fail.
There you go.
It is that kind of game.
Here we go, folks.
All right, let's put out my leather coat for my last action. What a... Wow.
Wow.
You know, Daniel, I was doing much better last time. Before we restarted.
So that's you, right?
That's me.
All right, monster phase. No monsters we can upkeep.
All right.
Okay.
And I have to slide something underneath me. Ooh.
Okay, we have got...
I think I'm going to do...
1 Doom, and I will... That's a really tiny encounter deck.
All right, so do my Force Learning. So Force Learning, I draw 2 cards, discard 1. I put 1 underneath myself to draw a card. Done.
You do that when you draw? Oh, I see. That's just always happening, right? Okay.
Yeah. And I'm going to need
that's why Force Learning is so good with him.
It's a choice. Let's put it that way. It's a lifestyle choice.
All right. Are you the first to draw bad cards or me?
I'm the first to draw bad cards. Let's see here.
Okay, go ahead.
I got?
What did you get?
Sudden Downpour. Remove 1 damage from each burning location. There aren't any. Attach it to the current agenda. So, oh my gosh, we each get -1 fleetness and cannot discover more than 1 clue at each location. That is
for this round.
Stinky.
And I got Winged Death. If there are no insect enemies in play, take a damage and it gains surge. Otherwise, okay. So I will take a damage. And I will surge this card into Bushfire. Attach it to the nearest plains location, which I believe is to the south. right?
Yeah, that can be a
Place 2 damage tokens on it, which represent the fire.
done.
Got +1 shroud and the burning trait. At the end of the round, discard each non-elite enemy at the attached location. Each investigator at it takes a damage. Remove a damage from attached location. If no damage removed, discard bushfire.
Yeah.
So, is there a way to save the trail? I can't remember.
Save the trail?
Or wait, what is the bushfire for?
It just happens.
Just to keep us from going there?
Yeah, it's not the thing you're thinking of.
Okay, yeah.
That's
all
later.
right. So now it's our turn. Mike, why don't I go again?
Sure. I don't know how you are for investigating, since we can only get one clue.
I'm okay.
Okay. I can also pitch cards.
I'm +1 here on this one. But first, Mike, let me stand together with you again.
Whew, thank you.
I'll draw a card. It is dodge. Always helpful.
Yeah.
I will play a card as my response to that.
Okay.
And I might not scrounge for supplies. I'm just going to play emergency cash for $3.
Lovely.
Okay. Now, again, I still don't really have anything to buy.
Don't worry, you will when we get that treachery.
You know what I'm saying?
Makes it so you can't buy cards.
Say it again?
You will when we get that treachery that makes it so you can't buy cards, right?
Yeah. All right. I am now, Mike, on my second action. I feel like I should go somewhere.
Well, I can only get one.
Well, first I'm going to investigate. I am down 1. Okay. Do you have a card you want to throw me or no?
It's an unexpected courage, so I can. I can do
Up
that.
to you. I have lucky in hand.
Yeah, I'm going to pitch.
Which I kind of want to wait until.
I'll give you 2.
All right, thank you. Ooh, occultist. -2. All right, so I succeed.
Yeah. Okay.
Since you gave me the courage that I needed, Mike. Okay. And then I'm going to move. Are you okay if we split up?
Yeah, I should be all right. I've got enough wild pips on.
I mean, you're free to follow me.
I'm going to go to the residential district and start chatting with these people.
All right. I'm heading to the banks. The steamer you need to repair is located a few kilometers from the central station. The trail winds inland for a while before returning to run alongside the river for most of the trek. There are numerous treks of passing wildlife, many of them coming to drink along the banks of the river.
After you reveal this location...
All right, forced. After I reveal it,
yeah.
I select 4 cards from the set-aside African Wildlife Encounter set, draw 1 at random, and shuffle the remaining 3. So I should have come here at the beginning.
Shuffle the remaining 3
All right.
in the encounter deck?
I found a crocodile.
Oh. Spawns at the nearest river. Are you at a river?
I am.
All right. It has retaliate. But at the end of the enemy phase, if it is engaged, it disengages. And then shuffles back into the encounter deck. So you only get hit once if you do.
Well, unless I dodge. I just wish my my superpower was once per phase, not round. That might be a little crazy, huh?
A little.
All right. That is me done.
Okay. I'm going to start by investigating my location. I'm exhausting the chart, so at least I get a +1. That's a pass. And then I will move. And now I will parlay. And let's test... That's a 3. Oh, what the heck. I'll just toss all my Glimmer of Hopes. So I'm a 6 on a 3. -2.
All right.
I have earned a clue from the token bank.
Nice work.
Oops. There.
Oh. All right.
That's us.
Cool. So that's us, yeah?
Yes. Okay, so your alligator tries to snap you.
I think a 2 injury bite at this point is bad.
Yeah.
So I will spend $1 to dodge it.
Love it. So this thing now, because it's engaged, gets shuffled into the encounter deck.
Fine.
And we lose...
Well, that means upkeep.
Yeah, so we're going to lose a fire from this bushfire, and we upkeep. I have to discard
We're going to
something.
lose this card here. All right, at the end of the round, we now have 2 Doom and your draw, Mike.
Hyenas spawn at the nearest plains. Is that me?
I believe that's...
No, that's
I think it's down south.
I'm going to put it down
light
south.
On fire.
I could put it on you, but I'm going to put it down south here. It has aloof, retaliate, and alert. And gains hunter only when we have 3 or fewer remaining health. So
that is brilliant theme.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Well, he's going to burn up a little bit, right?
Well, he'll run away because fire. He won't burn up. We're not gonna burn them.
At the end of the round, discard each non-elite.
Yeah.
And then when did the fires go out? Then you remove the damage. Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be not this round, but the next one that the fires actually go out.
All right. So I bet you want to know what my card is.
I do. Please don't be what I think it is.
It is Africa is Watching. Put it into play my threat area. I can't gain money.
All right, that's yeah.
Right now, that is fine.
Not the worst.
All right.
Cool.
So if I go to the boat, we immediately flip the act, yeah?
We do. Do you want me to...
So do you want to go first? I'll probably draw and move and figure it out.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would love to have it done. Yeah? Okay. So I will draw one. It is a hallowed mirror. I can see that being helpful. But not right now, Mike. I will then move to the Roi de Belges. Let me read you a story. I did not see the real significance of that wreck at once. I fancy I see it now, but I'm not sure. Not at all. Certainly the affair was too stupid, when I think of it, to be altogether natural. Still, but at the moment it presented itself simply as a confounded nuisance. The steamer was sunk. Okay, there's some clues on it. If there are fewer than $6 on Roi de Belges, investigators spend 2 resources as a group. You repair the boat as best you can. Place a resource from the token pool onto this location.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yep.
Okay, so we need $6 on here.
Yeah.
6 resources, which means $12 total.
Yeah. And you can't gain money right now.
Good thing I'm a gambler, Mike.
Yeah, but you don't gamble right now. That's a really bad idea.
Yeah, oh yeah, I can't anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I could, but I won't.
You'll get the jackpot and then win nothing.
For my third act, I'm going to investigate.
Yeah.
I'm even.
Okay.
Is that all right with you?
It is, because the special symbols are all -2s or -1.
Okay. So I will investigate at -1.
You failed.
I will spend $1 because I feel lucky.
Yay.
I'll grab that clue. Mike, can you grab it for me? Because I'm going to draw a card for Tavares.
You can only do that once per round. Have you done that yet?
No.
Okay.
I have merely... What did I do? I drew a card.
That's right.
To
It's
draw.
because you drew it.
All right, so I will draw, and I can play a different event.
Before you do that, we're supposed to advance.
I think that happens after this whole nonsense, to be honest.
No, because once it was revealed, we were supposed to do it.
Oh, just finding the boat.
Yeah, so I'm just going to flip this.
Okay.
Stranded on the sandbanks. You come across the wreck of the Roi de Belges, stranded on the sandbanks of the Congo River. These sandbanks are practically invisible, even when you're close up. You can better appreciate the importance of having a navigator at the helm who knows the river's hazards very well. At first impression, the vessel appears to be in rough shape, but repairs can be made. It will take a lot of effort on your part to get it back afloat. As you circle the ship, you see the traces of the battle the previous passengers experienced. Captain Freslevin's Swedish mercenaries versus natives bearing only bows and arrows. The adversaries must have been particularly ferocious in order to defeat mercenaries equipped with firearms.
I'm sure that's not a warning of any kind.
Yeah, why does it say add this card to the victory display at the bottom? I think that might be a typo or something.
We'll see. We don't know.
I think that might be a misprint. We'll see. We'll see. Act 2, refloating the steamer. You get on with the long and arduous task of refloating the Roi de Belges. While repairing the boat is laborious under the current situation, you are confident that you will succeed and that the boat will soon be back on the river. So we must immediately advance when there are 6 resources.
When we repair it. Okay. We also, Mike, can flip Act 1C.
Yeah, do you want to
if you want.
Do the rest of
Well,
your...
let me finish my turn.
Yeah.
And so this is Act 3 that I'm doing, right? Thing 3?
Yeah. Yeah, but you're doing your extra card in the middle.
Yep, I did my extra card. I drew determined.
Oh, yeah. So this is...
And now I'm deciding if I want to scrounge for supplies to go gambling.
I mean, the scrounge
That's
is
where the most
card.
money is.
What? That or lucky would be reasonably good. I have $8. I'm not planning on spending much more. I'm going to spend 3 for my idol, but...
Oh, and it is an action to spend this money, right?
It is.
Okay. So why don't I play for my event, scrounge for supplies, and I am going to take... I'm going to take 21 or bust back. What were you saying about my play style?
Yeah. You've got an emergency cash in there. Okay, let's see what you got here.
I can't bust twice.
See, here's the problem. It costs 2.
Yep. At the end of the round, I'll discard Africa's Watching, so remember that.
So you actually need a 19 to really get that singing. Okay. Well, I'm going to put out my Idol of Xanatos. I am then going...
I feel better with an idol here.
Yeah, hey. Do I pay to get the... What am I at? I'm at a 4... Hang on, I don't play a lot of Survivor. Resourceful right now doesn't really do much for me. I'm just going to pay the 1 to bring back my glimmers of hope and then pitch them for this test to talk to the people. So I'm, again, a 6 on a 3. Minus
there
2.
you go.
So, so we should have... Okay, so now I have...
Could advance if we wanted to.
So I will spend 2 if you want to spend 2.
Do we want to know about this now or when we're starting our turn?
No, I want to know about this now. Because this is the information.
Okay. Okay, brother.
We're just chatting about this gentleman Kurtz. You have interviewed the station's residents and investigated the area to get an insight into Kurtz. Kurtz had a good reputation at the central station. While he was waiting for his posting, he made a good impression on the people. He was a mostly worldly and elegant gentleman, even in the particular circumstances of the Congo. You come across a newspaper article written by Kurtz himself. Apparently, he was a part-time journalist and was fond of recounting his experiences. This article tells the story of the development of the central station and its transformation into one of the most prolific commercial hubs on the West African coast. Everything suggests that Mr. Kurtz was the right man for the job. His post inland was the ideal stepping stone to a distinguished future with the company. Add 1 information on Kurtz to the campaign log, and add this card to the victory display.
So we make XP by these things, Mike. So why do you not want them to exist there?
Because the first one came off of the regular act, and there's no victory
it's
points
there for a reason.
on it. And the thing that says, the text that says add this to the victory display is falling off the card, literally. I think it might be a misprint. I'll put it over here for now, but...
Fine.
Act 2C, in search of the information on Kurtz, number 2. The mystery of Kurtz's fall from grace remains unresolved for the time being. Nevertheless, there's more to discover here. Surely there must be clues to find around the station that can explain his recent behavior. And
I'm sure there is.
That is me. That's both of us.
Okay. You didn't want to spend money on the ship? And can you do it from where you are?
No.
You can, right?
No. How can I?
But I can spend your money.
Oh.
See, that's what makes me wonder if you can actually trigger this event or this action.
Well, no, I definitely can't
I imagine
trigger it.
someone has to be there, but I think I can use your money.
That's weird if you can. I wonder if that's a templating issue that you're supposed to be at.
Or does it mean our money when we're both there?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, the rules as written means we can just spend the resources.
That's what it seems to be. But someone has to be there to trigger it, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, monster phase. There's a hyena. It just stays there.
Yeah. So this flame.
All right.
One flame goes away.
Well, hold on. Let's not do end around yet. We have to upkeep just in case.
Okay.
Oh, I got my knife.
Looks like I have a hand hook underneath me. Ooh, I'm gonna wing it.
Okay.
Yep.
I did not gain that resource because of Africa's watching.
Yeah.
I'll discard that. The bushfire goes away, yeah?
No, it stays there. We just lose the flame.
Oh, it stays there?
We lose the hyena.
The hyenas stay there. They're
Nope.
gone.
Gets discarded.
They're discarded. We got them. Okay, we have 3 doom out of our 6, Mike, and your draw.
Hyenas.
Huh.
Guess where I'm putting them.
Okay. And I have drawn a Congolese warrior. Nearest plains, river, or heights. After you defeat him, reveal a random chaos token. If you reveal Elder Sign +1 or 0, an investigator at your location can add to their hand.
Or put into play under their control.
Put it under their control. Oh my gosh.
A copy of the equipment. Okay.
Set aside Congolese warrior equipment.
So if you're really, really lucky, you can get their stuff after you kill them. That's so dark.
That is, yeah. Okay. And he goes on where? Plains, river, or heights.
The nearest.
I could put him with me.
You have to. This has to be nearest to you.
Nearest. Oh, there he is with me. Okay.
Well.
My turn's going to be a little complex if you want to go first.
Do you even need me here?
Let me ask you this. Does the bushfire hit you when it's got no tokens?
Yes. Daniel, I'm going to gain
Yeah.
$3. That's my turn.
You're going to what?
I'm gaining $3. That's my turn.
Weird. Okay.
If you can spend my money.
All right.
Because I'm not going to walk all the way over there.
All right. Mike, you know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to spend $2 on a knife.
So he attacks you before the knife comes out.
Okay. But do I still get to do the after an enemy attack deals damage to me? No, it's during the enemy phase.
Yeah.
That might change some things. She's interesting because she's really not a fighter. So hold on a sec. This is interesting.
Hold up. Shouldn't you have a couple damage or horror on you from your in the thick of it?
One of each, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, how do I deal with this guy as her?
Vicious blow. Toss a 21 or bust for it. Get out a survival knife.
so... Okay, I'm up 1, I'll Vicious Blow to be up 2. Okay? Then I'm going to hope and pray. There we go. 2 damage. Because it was that vicious.
It was.
Now I am only up 1, however. Would you agree?
I agree.
Okay. Gonna let it go. Ah!
Does he retaliate? He does not.
He does not. All right. I have 1 more action, right?
Right.
I will get hit for 1 by the knife. By playing the knife.
Okay.
That's me.
Okay. Enemy phase. He attacks you.
I'll take it. I'll attack him back. I am up 2 on him. Right?
You're up 3. The
3.
reaction
Oh, that's
ability
even
gives
better.
him an extra.
Oh, okay. My Elder Sign. Search the top 3 of my deck for an event. He's dead, by the way.
Okay, now do your event thing first, and then we'll trigger his thing.
I have found... Look what I found.
All right, toss that back in the bag. That Elder Sign.
Yep.
Draw a
All
token.
right. Now, did I find his armor? You ready?
Yep. Plus
I did.
1. This might be the thing that gives you your weapon.
What do I get?
That's a good question.
Here's the problem, though, Mike. I am half dead.
Okay, so here's the problem. It is a spear and shield, and it takes 2 hands.
Oh, that's just mean.
Yep.
What does it do? Does it go into my deck?
Or
Under my control.
add it to your hand. So it could just be a bunch of pips.
It's gonna, yeah. I want something out of this. All right.
That is so funny.
Okay.
All right, the hyena goes away, and
Okay.
the bushfire
upkeep.
is finally gone when we upkeep.
Well, we upkeep first.
All right. We upkeep.
I'm scrounging for supplies again.
We're gonna deduction. That will let me draw a card, and I will discard a hand hook. Or no, I'm gonna discard a winging it. Okay. What are we at?
Well, Mike, we're at 4.
All right. I have drawn a crocodile, which goes to the nearest river. The nearest river, to me, is kind of in the middle here.
Okay. I have drawn Winged Death. I've had this before.
Hey, whoa. Is that an insects? Oh, yeah.
I don't think crocodiles are insects.
Yeah, no. I was just checking to see if it would go after the crocodile.
Surges into supply disruption. Cannot play non-weakness assets. Oh my god. That is the worst thing right now. My mirror was coming out.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right, Mike. I think we should start healing the ship.
Go nuts. Do you want me to?
Well, hold on a second.
Do you want me to spend 6 of my resources on it?
Well, I guess that makes some sense. There's no clues for me anymore, right?
Nope, there's nothing. We just gotta wait out this thing.
So then why don't I do all 3 of my actions, even though I don't get my event bonus, which is okay, I guess.
Yep, so I spent all 6.
All right. So we're halfway there.
We are halfway there.
Okay.
Oops, that's not even what I wanted. Okay.
All right, it's me done.
All right. I'm kind of in the same boat where you are, where there's not much for me to do. I don't really want to go to that river.
Well, you can now go to the bush trail.
I could, but I don't want to.
It's safe. Why not? There's more clues there, isn't there?
No, that's for later.
I thought we need more clues for Kurtz.
We do. They're coming.
Well, then I don't know what to tell you.
Yep. I am going to get money.
Unless, wait a minute, go parlay at the central station.
Ooh, that is a better way to get money. Well, it's the same thing.
Well, it's 1 action for $3 or 3 actions for $3.
Yeah, but I'm not doing anything else. And I kind of want to stay here.
What's there for you?
The people. I like the people. I'm a social guy.
Haven't you already talked to them?
Yeah, for now. I'm just gonna get $3. Why test?
Okay. That's us.
That's us.
Monsters, the crocodile doesn't do anything.
For those who have no idea what's going on, the book actually has him waiting for months. This is actually legitimately, amazingly thematic.
Right. I have drawn a machete. All right. Okay. We're at 5 doom, my friend.
Okay. I have drawn a cloud of mosquitoes.
There's our insects.
Yeah. Alright, I'll have to bat them away somehow. You cannot attack cloud of mosquitoes using basic fight actions or by activating fight abilities on weapon assets.
At the end of the enemy phase, if it's ready and not engaged, discard. All right, so your job is to run away from mosquitoes?
Yeah, but that's going to be
Or
tough.
cast spells at them?
Yeah. Wow.
I've drawn Suffocating Heat. Test Fist 2. If you fail, lose an action for each point you fail by. Okay. I am up 2 on it. Would you agree?
I agree.
I'll just run it. There you go. Oh, and my supply disruption is gone too. Okay, it's us. Do you want to flip it now?
Let's do it.
Or do I want to do something with my life? You're not coming here, right? So
No. I think we flip it.
Do you need me to bail you out?
No, I'm good. Mosquitoes actually aren't going to hit me. They're being annoying, but they're not actually hurting me. Not that badly.
Oh, they just ding your skills, right?
They ding, yeah, my skills and my health, which I'll try to get rid of them later, but I don't see that as a priority right now.
Well, Mike, let's see what happens. Let's float this thing. I'll use my 3 actions to use all your money.
Can we use one of... No, I think that's fine. I'm okay with that. If you just use one of yours, I'm okay with that. You need your stuff out.
$1.
You need your stuff out to save me, so I'm good with that.
Yeah. All right, $1.
Okay, so you have repaired the ship. Wait.
We must immediately...
Isn't there another clue on there? There is still another clue on there.
Do we need to get it?
You'll want to get it. We can still advance.
I can't do that and repair the ship.
That's fine. Let's just repair the ship first.
Okay. All right. Read us a new act.
Cursed rivets. Repairs to the boat have progressed well, but alas... Wait, yeah. You are running out of rivets. To fix the damage to the hull. Wait a minute. Ah, got it. Nope, something is... Just a second here.
This was 1A, right?
Yeah, I'm just making sure things are in the right order because something doesn't quite make sense. Okay. Repairs to the boat have progressed well, but alas, you are running out of rivets to fix the damage to the hull. Despite studying
No,
the
hold on.
problem...
That is Act 2B. I'm sorry.
Oh, there. Yeah.
Oh,
we must
okay.
advance. Yeah. Despite studying the
Got
problem from all angles, there's nothing you can do about it. There are no more rivets available anywhere in the central station or its immediate surroundings. No shipments are expected for a very long time either. With no other solution, you decide to go and explain to the director that your mission is in jeopardy. The setback is unfortunate, he tells you, but with a little luck, we won't have to wait weeks for a shipment of rivets. A little while ago, a caravan left for the south with some supplies. They had to go by less traveled routes, and as happens sometimes these days, they never made it to their destination. Should you go in search of this caravan and happen to find it without getting killed, you very well might stumble upon a supply of rivets. So we add this to the victory display. We create the exploration deck. And we shuffle the remainder of the wildlife into the encounter deck. Do we shuffle in the discard pile? Yes, we do. And there we go.
So we have an exploration deck, yeah?
We have an exploration deck.
And where did you put that? Okay.
It is. I'm just going to put it right over here.
Okay. All right. I think you have a new act to read to us.
I do. In Search of Rivets, Act 3. Following the instructions given by the director of the central station, you set off in search of the rivets you need to complete the repairs on the Roi de Belges. The bush location gains, explore, draw the top card of the exploration deck with his normal rules that we from the return to box. Okay, so if both conditions are true, we can advance, and this will end the scenario. We have to have the supply of rivets attached to the boat, and there can't be any humanoid enemies at the boat.
Okay.
We got it?
And we need to get more clues on Kurtz.
And we need to get more clues on Kurtz. So,
okay.
I'm going to try to get rid of these mosquitoes.
So you haven't done anything yet, right? We've done my actions, and that's it.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So this thing is a 3, and I'm a 3. Do I have my... I don't have my chain in my discard pile. But I can spend a manual dex and a resourceful. Okay, so I'm going to try to evade this thing. I'm going to spend a resourceful and a glimmer of hope. Oh, this is so janky. No, I'm going to spend a manual dex and the glimmer of hope. Let's do that. And so that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. -1. So my mosquito is evaded. I am then going to move. And
you don't want to talk to the people?
I am just looking at that right now. I am going to chat with these folk. Oh, I'm only a 2? I'm only a 2? All right, let's try it. Well, you know what they say. When you're lucky, you're lucky.
That's right.
So I gain 3 resources.
Nice. They don't know that the boat's been fixed, sort of.
You have no idea.
All right. So is the only bush down south? It is, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, okay.
And there is a crocodile in the way. And there is a clue on your location.
Yeah. I'll deal with that stuff. You are done?
I am done.
Monster phase. No monsters that do anything. Time to upkeep. Oh, all my cards are good, Mike, and I have to get rid of...
All right, this is all good stuff.
I think I'm getting rid of dodge. I'm going to be doing a setup round kind of next turn.
Okay.
I mean, what does the Congolese warrior equipment even really get me?
Pips.
Just some stat boosts. Yeah, I'm actually going to get rid of that. I have a feeling that Miss Tavares goes through her deck more than most Guardians do.
Probably, yeah.
All right, that is upkeep, yeah?
Yep. I believe.
Okay.
We advance.
It's story time.
A fire breaks out. A fire has broken out in the residential district and threatens to spread to all the surrounding huts. You can see the efforts of company employees and locals who want to save their homes, but they all seem strangely inefficient, their buckets of water dangling in their hands. Something about the flames fascinates them. Flip the residential district over to the residential district in flames. Everyone that is there, yeah, basically the characters that were there stay there. You know what? The mosquitoes should have gone because at the end of the enemy phase, they were ready and not engaged. Okay, so we place 2 damage on the residential district in flames. If you don't mind doing that. And then I put Act 1E into play. And then we select 4 cards at random from the Darkness encounter set and shuffle them into the deck. And
now, when we flip this, there are clues here, right? There should be, right?
We're about to find out. So we have this act comes into play. Fire in the residential district.
No, but I mean, there. Oh, okay.
Oh,
I'm saying
here.
like.
Yeah, there should be 2 clues there.
There should be, right? Okay, I got him. Okay.
All right. There we are. You fear the fire will eventually get out of control, so you'd better act before greater tragedy strikes. There are 2 ways to advance this. Either there are no damage on the residential district, or there is 6 damage. And I'm going to say that the best one is having no damage.
Yeah. So to heal the district, we need to
go
be
there
willful, I think.
And be willful. Yep. And we add 2 flames at the end of every Mythos phase.
Yep. And it burns at 6, right?
Burns at 6.
Okay. And what's our newest agenda?
Something strange is happening. The blaze in the residential areas is on many people's minds. Nevertheless, you feel that there is something deeper going on, more than just a fire starting. Your questions are disrupting, and you sense unease or discomfort among those you talk to. The overwhelming heat of this place suffocates you, both literally and figuratively. And now we draw a bunch of cards that ruin all our plans.
I have shuffled this encounter deck?
I did.
Okay.
I have drawn hyenas that I'm going to put down at the bush.
Where we need to go. Good.
Also, it now hunts towards you because you are bleeding.
And I have now drawn, yet again, supply disruption, so I still can't heal.
Yeah. You can if you spend 2 resources at the infirmary.
Yeah. But it's crazy. I was going to, seriously set up, do some things. But okay. So, change of plans.
Here we go. Here we go.
I don't have 3 or few remaining. Oh my god, I do. This hyena hunts me. You're right.
Yeah. I do have a hand hook in my discard pile. Yeah, see the...
Mike, I will be right back.
Sure.
Do you want to go first?
I do, and I got to be on fire because we're actually at 4 fire right now. And I think I just...
Why is that?
Because the Mythos phase ended.
Oh, it's not... Wow.
Yup.
Dang. Okay, I'll be right back.
Ah. All right. Let's pitch a card. Let's pitch a couple cards to that. All right. Up by 3, and holy moly. +1, draw 1 card. Cool. Okay, so I have put one of these fires out. And I guess I'm going to guts for the next one. Can I pitch anything else? Yeah, let's just do that. 0. So I have put another one of these fires out. And I draw a card for guts, and it is obsessive. Look at that. I'm going to be losing my hand. Okay, so 2 fires out. This is not so awesome because the fires are... I'm barely treading water, basically getting these things under control, and I do not have a whole lot of willpower to spend on these things. And then we've got the issue with Daniel and hyenas and all that. This worked a lot better last week before the game basically exploded on us. That's a lot of fire. Just want to make sure I did that right.
I am back.
Hi. So...
Hi. What did you do?
I put 2 fires
dead?
out. No, I put 2 fires out.
Oh, nice.
And but there's going to be 2 more at the end of the next Mythos phase.
Yeah, I get it. It's just sort of a...
And I can't keep up with it. Because I don't have a lot of will pips. So.
Understood. I can't take a crocodile's attack, really.
Oh.
But I got pretty hurt. You know? And I can't play assets.
Oh, I see.
I can probably evade it easily enough, though.
Yep.
But then I get hunted by a hyena and also hit for the same amount. Unless I evade it. No, I don't have time to spend the money to heal.
Yeah, you don't have the actions.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, Mike. You might not know this about Marion, but when she gets really nervous, she gambles. Did you know that about her?
I didn't.
It's true, though. Dude, the wolf mask and every... Oh, God. Oh. Actually, maybe I should do something a little more useful. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see if I can get this last clue.
All right. That sounds good.
And that is... I'm 0 on it. Okay?
Okay. You got it.
Hey.
Got the clue.
All right, so that's a clue. How many do we have total now?
2.
2. Okay. That was action 1. Action 2 will be to gamble. Okay. You ready to gamble?
Let's do it.
Okay. 1, 4, 9.
Yep. 10.
10. 21.
All right, you just gained 9 resources.
I'll take $9 to put me at 13. All right. Then I'll draw a card as per my thing and be able to play an event. Oh my God.
Just do it.
I could do the bank job, Mike.
I mean, what else are you gonna do?
And make another $6. I was gonna scrounge for supplies for something better, but I think this is the way to go.
Yep.
I do feel bad that I'm not moving. That's the only thing.
This is going to be a tough hill to get out of. A tough pit to get out of.
Things would have been different if I didn't draw that stupid card. Because I have a lot of interesting things that would set me up. All right. Mike, I'm going to do the bank job, which will eventually just get me $6. Okay. And I still have an action, dude. How cool is that? And with that action, oh, you know what I'm going to do, Mike? I do have a dodge in hand. I am going to move. That will also get rid of the crocodile after he attacks me.
Got it. Okay. That's you?
That's me.
All right. I'm obsessive, so I lose a resourceful, which kind of stinks.
Oof.
This is where it hurts. Okay, I'm up 2.
Wait. Didn't you already go before me?
I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
When did I draw obsessive?
All right, so I think we're done. Right?
When did I draw obsessive?
I don't know.
Okay, well, that's what it did. All right.
Okay. So monsters, the crocodile attacks me.
Yep.
I'll spend $1 out of my 19 to dodge it.
The hyena moves.
After that, the crocodile leaves.
You lose your supply disruption.
Yep. Probably to draw it again. In kind of upkeep, rather. Okay.
Oh, this stinks. Okay.
And Mike, we have one doom.
One doom? Okay. Winged Death.
Insects.
Damage. And it surges. I cannot gain resources.
Okay. I have a sudden downpour.
Okay.
Remove a damage from each burning location. That's nice.
Oh, that is really nice.
And okay.
Okay.
All right.
And then we add 2 more flame.
That's the end of the Mythos phase, and now it's us, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Mike, would you mind if I go first?
I already took my turn.
You did?
Well, kind of. I took my action.
You did?
You want me to redraw it?
Oh, tell us.
I'll redraw it.
Yeah.
It was going to be awesome because I drew the Elder Sign when I thought it was my turn. But watch me auto-fail this now. No, I didn't. So I put 1 fire out. And unfortunately, I'm up 1. No, I've got a lucky in hand now.
How do you get rid of obsessive? Just get rid of it.
I got to get the fire out. You're too far away to help me.
Well, I'm getting there, but it's only going to go up 2 more, right?
And then... No. I mean,
it's up to you, obviously.
I'm doing it now.
Okay.
Speaking of, did I do my obsessive? Of course, my lucky goes. All right. 0. I got another 1 down. And unfortunately, while I did pull 0s, I pitched cards to do it. So I am now even. I am out of tricks. -1. So I failed.
Okay. Well, oof. I don't think I can get past those hyenas.
I'm stuck here until you do. So I'm basically going to be going...
Understood. Understood.
Yeah.
All right.
In fact, you know what? Because of obsessive, I'm probably going to be testing even until this fires out.
All right, look, we'll figure this out. I'm not panicking yet.
Are you ready? I'm panicking.
All right, I'm spending $2 on a hallowed mirror.
Love it.
I'm putting 1 soothing melody in my hand, 2 in my deck. That is action 1, right?
Yep.
Action 2 will be playing Soothing Melody, which you might know, Mike, is an event.
Yep.
I will heal 2 damage.
Love it. So the hyena doesn't care about you anymore.
And it stays aloof, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll draw a card, as per me, and be able to play a different event. I will scrounge for supplies. Mike, what should I get back?
Another soothing melody.
I just drew 1, so I don't need that.
Yeah, but now you get more.
Here are the things I could get back. Stand Together.
We don't need money.
Bank Job.
We don't need money. Probably your dodge or your healing.
Then dodge or lucky, really.
Yeah, lucky's good. Actually, lucky's going to be really good for getting this fire out.
Oh, yeah, good point. I will grab lucky. All right. And then I have 1 more action, which I will use to get closer to my friend. Right? Did I do everything? Played the trinket, played the event, moved.
Yep. All right.
That is me.
That's us. Hyenas stay aloof.
Okay. Upkeep. I can blow them up.
I will discard
I drew dynamite.
Contemplative and draw a card. All right. Oh boy.
You ready?
Africa's watching
2 doom.
disappears. I draw Suffocating Heat. Test 2 Fist. Sure. I will test. I'm a 5. 5 minus 2. So that goes away. And I draw a card.
Nice work. I've drawn Africa's Watching. Can't get money. Gee, I think I'm okay with that.
Yeah. All right, and then we have 2 more flame.
Yeah. All right. So then I'm not very. You and I don't do a lot of the brain work.
What's
like
unfortunate is that we were spread apart too much. Had you been able to get here, we would have totally gotten this. But
well, here I am.
Because
I'm coming. Do you want me to?
We basically have to do an extra 6 fire. So, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I wish I could pitch anything, but I'm all out of will pips.
All right, I'm moving in, and it's even, right?
Are you even as well? Oh no. Yeah, go for it.
I'm even as well. All right.
I mean, you're sitting on a lucky, so you might as well test until that goes off.
Kind of, right?
Yeah.
And then who knows what I draw next. All right, so Mike, I am going even.
Okay. Hey.
Ooh, that doesn't even do a lucky.
Yeah, it does. You can't go below 0.
Oh. Well, then I will play it now. So I'll burn a fire.
All right.
Play that lucky. Do her thing. Which gives me determined. Okay, which doesn't help me really. But I can play another event right now. You want me to blow up hyenas for no reason?
You can. I'm just looking at that skill pip. Ooh, it's got a will pip on it.
I know, right? It seems strange to do that. It is the only other event I have in my hand. I am not going to play it just yet. If that's all right with you.
Yeah, that's fine. I think we just got to focus on flames.
So I have 1 more action, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to hope to get 0.
Oh, lordy. How many pips do you have in your hand? You can only pitch me one.
Well,
eh? Oh, one per test.
well, no. I also have 2 determines in my hand. Like, they don't have to be played on events, right?
No, they don't.
So I'm going to pitch them both to be +2. Okay?
Okay. Oh, thank
You're welcome.
goodness. All right. We're down to 1.
Hopefully that helps.
Okay. Good lord. I'm going even. Are you willing to give up a pip? Or do you want to see me go first?
It would be from Soothing Melody or... That's it, right?
Or Dynamite.
Oof.
Oh, wait, I have to do Obsessive first. So I lose a card. I'm going to put it underneath me and draw a card. Okay, I have 1
That's
will
not
pip.
a bad thing for you,
It's a
then.
push to the limit, but I'm only up 1. Could you get me up another? For that coveted
Take
2?
my Dynamite.
Thank you. Auto fail. All right.
Mike.
We're going raw. -3. I got 1 more. I got nothing. -2. We're back up to 3 flame.
What we need is a rain shower.
Then we'll be up to 2 because you have to be at the end of the investigation phase.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think.
Okay.
All right.
We can also just let this place burn and head to our real job. You know what I mean? Like,
You know what makes me sad is that in our game last week we totally got this.
it doesn't matter. All right. So monster phase, no monsters. Upkeep.
One of these has got to go. That's going to be deduction. All right.
Okay. 3 doom.
Mosquitoes. I'm going to lose a leather coat. And it's going to surge into a Congolese warrior. Nearest plains, river, or heights. Is that us? No. There it is.
Do they hunt?
Nope.
They don't. Okay. I have drawn bushfire.
That can also go to the banks of the Congo.
Good.
All right.
All right.
Yep.
I don't necessarily have a plan here.
I hate that we...
I mean, I feel like...
I hate it because we did it. All right. You know what? Forget it. I'm going to...
I say we let it burn.
Oh, shoot.
What?
We should have taken damage. I've been here, what, 3 rounds?
Oh, what is it? A damage each round you're here?
Yeah.
So I take 1, 2, right?
Yeah, you take 1. All right. I'm just going to investigate this thing with a deduction.
Okay.
-2. Yoink. Yoink. Did you not get that
Well,
clue?
let's quick. I did. Yeah, I forgot to drag it off me. Remember, I got a +1 on it?
Right. Shall we spend it?
Yep. Let's do it.
All right. By questioning some of the officials at Central Station, you discover a piece of significant information. Kurtz allegedly planned to go into politics once he returned home. To avoid being seen as a threat rather than an asset by the company, he had opted for secrecy on the matter. This information sheds new light on Kurtz. His charisma and energy were perhaps a front. Was he trying to hide a darker side of his personality? Add 1 information on Kurtz, and add this to the victory display. You continue your investigation at the station, certain that there's more to discover about Kurtz. You track down one of his servants who is looking after his residence and question him. Either he doesn't know much or he's too afraid to talk to you. But thanks to your persistence, he provides you with a very promising lead. Before he left, Kurtz gathered some belongings in a trunk for shipment back home, in case something happened to him at the inner station. However, this trunk recently went missing. If you can find it, you'll certainly learn a great deal more about Kurtz.
Okay.
And then I will move twice. To the bush. Paths everywhere. A stamped-in network of paths spreading over the empty land. Through the long grass, through the burnt grass, through thickets, down and up chilly ravines, up and down stony hills ablaze with heat. All the trails quickly disappear into the vegetation, becoming quite difficult to follow. You'd better have a good reason to go down one of these paths at the risk of getting lost.
I'll show up with you for 2.
Okay.
And then,
Oh, this should be gone. You gearing up or exploring?
That's an interesting question. I either replace my knife with the machete, put on a wolf mask, I can see this wolf mask being very helpful to me. I'm going to put it on before I draw that. If that's all right with you.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Monster phase. Nothing, right?
Nothing. Now we lose a fire at some point.
That's at the end of the round, if you care about timing.
Nah, not for this. Yeah, because he's not elite, right? No, he's not.
Okay.
Upkeep.
Upkeep. There it is. I'll do it myself. Whoa, that's terrible.
All right. Doom.
Dude, that is a tough personal weakness.
Yeah.
All right, go on.
We're at 5 flame after this. Okay, Nightmare. Test 3 will. If you fail, remove 1 horror from your copy of Darkness Calls and take a direct horror. I don't have any pips, so I'm just going to take this. -2. Yeah, I failed. All right, so we're down to 4. And I take a direct horror.
Antelopes.
Are we on the plains? We are in the plains.
That's interesting. Do they really attack us?
Only if you engage it.
All right. When it's defeated, gain $2 though. Or heal. Oh. Oh wow. That's funny. That's a theme home run.
That is really funny.
All right.
Well.
Dude, I can deal with this weakness right now.
Oh, that's right.
But I hate it.
I have to discard 1 for obsessive. There goes my Eureka. I'm just going to gun it. Forget about obsessive.
Okay.
I am exploring into... Does that actually... That does not count. The Savannah does. After into the Savannah, test will 3. If you fail... Ha 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 ha. Watch me fail this. Yep, so I am down to 3. This is going so much worse than our original one. Okay. I am in a bush location, though, so I can explore again. I just have to toss this encounter card in. I am at the tributary of the Congo River. As an additional...
Ooh, so I can get there from where I am?
Yeah, so it does take an additional...
Without going into the savannah? All right.
It costs an additional action to perform an explore action here, FYI.
Okay.
And I don't have that action left, so I'm just going to put out a leather coat.
Where are all the clues for Kurtz?
They're in a single location with his treasure chest. That's where they are. According to that.
All right.
That
Are you
act.
done?
Yeah, that's me.
I'm coming with you.
Okay. Oh.
And I will take an additional action.
All right. That does not connect. Suffocating heat.
Like this I just do, right?
Yep. And the explorer fails.
And that's the explorer?
Yeah.
Of course. I am up 2.
I would like to pitch you one.
Okay. I passed, but
That doesn't matter. I need to get rid of that slot.
okay. All right. So that's discarded, right?
Yeah. And that's us.
Yep.
Okay.
Monsters? Do we have any monsters?
I don't think the envelope does anything. Nope.
Okay. Upkeep. Nice.
Ooh,
You got another
Maris
bank job.
All right. The fire goes down one more.
We have 5 doom out of 6.
Oh yeah, don't worry about that other thing. There we go.
Your draw.
Congolese warrior, another one. This goes here.
With us?
And guess what? He's engaged with me.
Why you? Oh, you lost.
No, because I drew him.
As an old man, you don't. You're not so fleet.
No, he spawns because
Who's he engaged?
Oh, I guess we can have him engage anybody. Because he actually does
so,
spawn.
right?
So yeah, here you go. Have that.
Why do I want him?
Because you're the fighter.
I'm not really. Actually, can you take him and I will gear up with a machete
Sure.
and then take him? All right, I've drawn a hippopotamus.
That is here.
Wait, we're here with a hippo?
Yep.
Oof.
Okay.
He's massive, so he stays there, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I lose logical reasoning. How's your evasion?
Middling.
Can you?
I was thinking I would take a machete.
Well, the hippo's gonna bite you.
When? Oh, just when I grab a machete?
Yeah. Like, do you do you want help evading this thing?
Up 1? I'm going to need help, I think.
I can give you 2, but this 2 is going to prevent me from evading my guy. So as long as you have a plan for that, I'm pitching this to you.
I'll be taking your guy.
Okay, then I am giving you 2 pips.
Okay. All right. I will spend...
Actually, wait a minute. Is he engaged with me? Is the hippopotamus considered engaged with you?
He's massive, yeah.
Then you have 3 pips.
So I'm at +4?
Yeah.
That's probably plenty, right?
Yep.
All right.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness. Okay, yep. Okay, well, the hippo's
All
evaded.
Right, so the hippo's evaded. I'm going to feel some pain. Because I have to get hit during the encounter phase, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or during the enemy phase. God damn. All right, so what I'll do then is... For my third action, or my second action rather, I'm going to play a soothing melody.
Okay.
Don't panic yet, Mike. I'll heal 2. I'll draw 1 from my action. Oh my god. I can blow everyone up. Maybe that's not the best thing
Or
to do.
a connecting location. That's funny.
Blow up antelopes. All right, so I drew 1. I can play a free thing. I'm going to not. Right this minute. And then for my final action, I will engage your warrior.
Thank you.
That's up to you.
All right. Exploring to the falls. After this, enter this location. Test 2 fleetness. If you fail, take damage. Oh, this has to be shuffled in. 2 fleetness. Hey. Let's pitch that. So I'm up 3. -1. Nice. So I get to get a card back. And it is going to be a lucky.
Your agility 3 makes me think your character is not as old as he looks.
Oh, he's not. Not at all.
Okay.
All right. So I have one more action left. I am going to nautical charts. So I am a 5. I'm a 6. Auto fail. Oh my god.
Oh, Mike, that's 3.
No, that's more than 3.
Oh, it's 3 for you and 1 for me.
Holy moly. This run has it in for us. You realize that when we were putting out that fire, which, by the way, we'll burn it next time.
It will.
When we were putting out that fire, had I drawn those tokens in a different order, I totally would have done it.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So that's me.
Okay. So it is monster phase. Now hold on. There is something about this hippo during the monster phase. At the end of it, reveal a random chaos token. You ready?
Yep.
He stays.
Yep.
Okay. I guess it's upkeep.
Upkeep. Oh, you get attacked.
By what? Oh. Yes. I would not have the card in my hand that I just drew yet. He hits me for 1. I will survival knife him. I am up 2, right?
Yep. Your wolf mask. You could trigger if you wanted to.
I will. So I'm up 4. All right. I hit him for 2.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so now we upkeep.
Yep. Okay. Now we have a story time, Mike.
Which one? Oh, the second agenda? Okay.
Yeah.
Better the devil you know. You hear strange rumors concerning a tribe living far to the east who aspire to come and seize the lands of the west of Congo. Some locals believe they are men possessed by soul-devouring spirits. Some believe Kurtz is linked to this tribe, since his defection from the company was shortly followed by the first reports of skirmishes upriver. You don't know what to think of all this, though one thing is certain. Despite being oppressed, burdened with hard labor, and living a somewhat miserable existence, the Congolese who work for the company would rather anything in the world than to leave the station and return to the wildlands of their country. You wonder if stories alone can be the reason for this, or if something truly terrible is at work. The more you think about the whole situation, the more you feel an agonizing emptiness creeping over you. Add 1 information on Kurtz in your campaign log. In player order, each investigator tests Will 3. Okay. I'm going to pitch 1. I actually passed.
Okay. I am down 1 and just going to let it ride. Okay?
Yeah.
Because I'm drawing the +1 right now, if that's all right with you.
Sure.
Well, that was close.
All right. And then we continue. Place 1 copy of Insurgent Worker at the Central Station.
Shuffle the remaining copies and the encounter discard pile.
All right. So that's done. The tension is rising at the station. Recent events have put the entire central station in a state of turmoil. The locals are angry because of the working conditions and poverty that make their lives so miserable. The heat is getting increasingly searing, and you feel the pressure rising all around you. It feels like it would only take a tiny spark for the station's inhabitants to explode.
All right, so we need rivets.
Yeah. Rivets and clues.
And get back to the boat, or no?
And get back to the boat. We need the rivets on the boat with no human enemies at the boat.
We need more information on Kurtz if we can.
Yeah.
And we're about to burn the city down.
First things first, there is a doom on this insurgent worker. And, yeah, we can placate him.
I think the residence actually burned by now, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, it has burned. But let's do that after this. Okay, so the insurgent worker is there, and he's a doom. You can spend money to calm him down. The fire burns. Read the scenario interlude along the River 1. Despite your best efforts, the fire devoured a large part of the residential areas. You give up on what is clearly a losing battle, and you simply watch the flames helplessly. That's it.
That's it?
This stays here.
The lead investigator takes a set-aside A Shadow in the Flame story card and reads it aloud.
A Shadow in the Flame story card.
And remove this Act 1F from the game.
Read
That's an interesting way of saying it.
The Darkness 5.
Where are you seeing this card? Where'd you put it?
It's here. I'll get it.
Oh, over there. Okay.
Here you go. The Darkness 5. The inferno is so intense that it plunged you into a kind of trance. Suddenly a figure appeared in the flames, like a dark shadow in the heart of the furnace. The shape took on a human form, and then a face gradually emerged. You could almost see it, even thought you recognized it. It was almost as if it was... No, impossible! You suddenly came back to your senses, taking in the desolation and despair surrounding you. The residential areas were irrevocably ravaged by the flames. Everyone removes a horror from their copy of Darkness Calls and takes a direct horror.
Okay.
And then we record you saw a dark shadow in the flames. Then we flip this over. Remove that from the game. There we go. After you successfully investigate the residential district that's been destroyed by the fire. Take a horror and gain X resources, where X is the amount you succeeded by, to a maximum of 3. So you can loot the burned city if you really wanted to.
That's distasteful.
Yeah. Okay. We didn't even do our bad cards yet.
No.
All right, my bad card. Bushfire, nearest plains location. That is right here.
Africa's watching me.
Can't gain resources.
Can't gain money. All right, so Mike, I feel like I need to get, like, maybe, well, what's the Explorer deck? It's like not much left, right?
2 locations and 2 treacheries.
Oof.
Now, one of them only connects to your location. They clearly want that one to be hard to get to.
So do I stick around here with a hippo?
And a Congolese warrior.
I mean, at some point, I'm going to have to kill some folks.
Yeah, I think you just work on that for now, and I'll just run around looking at what the other one is. Because that's either more Kurtz resources, or it's the rivets, and we don't know which one.
I mean, my real issue is... I have a lot of issues, actually. I have dynamite and a lot of money, but I don't want to set it on myself. So I think I have to deal with this warrior, right?
Probably, yeah.
All right, so I will fight with my survival knife. I do get +1 for the attack. So I'm at +2, right?
Okay.
Don't need... You know what? I'm going to do a grievous wound. Oh, wait, no, I have to hit it first. Unless I just play it for the pips. Oh, that's a nice little...
Well, he's only got 1 damage left.
I know, I just need to hit it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm up 2. Okay. So he's gone. I'm going to see if I grab his armor. You ready?
Yep. Nope. No, you
don't. Not this time.
All right, and the hippo.
All right, that was thing 1. Now the hippo. What does this guy hit me for? Oh, he hits hard. These things do a lot of damage.
Hippos are mean.
I will try to evade it. I am at +1 only, right?
Yeah.
Oof. I mean, that's it. That's what it is. Well, no. Wolf Mask, I'm at +3. Okay?
Okay, he's evaded.
He's evaded, and then I'm going to explore.
You can't. You don't have enough actions.
Oh, this is the +1 place?
This is the +1 place. Do not follow me.
Right, so...
You don't want to be in a bushfire.
Well, I don't want to be in a savanna either. Can I go back to the trail?
You can. There's nothing at the trail.
But maybe I just go deal with insurgents. I will head back.
Oh, you know what? Maybe we don't have to be there. Yeah. The savannah and the falls actually can do it. Yeah.
I'm done.
All right. I am pitching nautical charts and spending and tipping nautical charts to investigate 0. Thank you. I'm going to discard a contemplative to stick it underneath me and draw the 2 clues. That lets me draw a card, which is a manual dex. I will then explore.
We're halfway to Kurtz, right?
Yeah. Trees of the Dead. Okay. Oh my goodness, this thing is not any easier. Okay, what have I got in my discard pile?
So this is your... Are you talking, Mike?
Yep, hi.
Okay. All of a sudden things went really quiet on my headphone.
No. I'm gonna...
So this is enough of our clues, right?
It will be if I get it. So I'm gonna wing it. So this is a Shroud of 3. And I am now a... Ooh. Yeah, let's do that. -1. So I succeed by 2. That's how it works, right? Wing it lets you discover an additional clue. And then this shuffles back into my deck. So I draw a card for perception. I grab the 2 clues. And I think we get rid of them.
Should we spend them?
Let us spend them. Let me just shuffle a card into the deck. There is now 1 location and 3 treacheries in that deck. You discover Kurtz's trunk, hidden in a warehouse at the edge of the station. Breaking the lock, inside you find several paintings by Kurtz. They depict rather macabre and unsettling scenes, men and women in great suffering, as if torn apart by the dark shadow covering the canvases. You would never have thought him the subject to such morbid visions. You also find some recent photographs of Kurtz departing for his post, and the portrait of an elegantly dressed, beautiful young woman. You don't know who she is, and yet there's something about her face. To your knowledge, Kurtz is not married and was not romantically involved with anyone. Who is she, and what is her relationship to Kurtz? Each investigator tests Will 3. If you fail, remove a horror from your copy of Darkness Calls. I'm going to pitch a calculated risk. And I pass.
Okay. I'm going to let it ride at -1.
-3, so you remove 1 horror.
Yep.
And then we add 2 information on Kurtz to the campaign log.
Ooh.
And we record that you found Kurtz's personal belongings. And this goes to the victory display.
Well, that seems good.
All right.
Do you have any actions left?
I don't. That's the last one. But I think I'm at the location we have to be at. Yeah. Okay.
That's us.
That's us.
All right, monsters.
Oh, hang on. I have to test Will 3. Because I ended my turn at this location. 2, so I will take a horror.
Okay. No monster effects. The hippo wakes up.
Does he stay or run
We
away?
upkeep. Oh, I'll check that. He's
gone.
Runs away.
Yes.
All right, upkeep.
Oops.
Oh, there he is. My brother.
Oh, that's right. I totally could have canceled a card. Oh, I totally would have done that. Yeah.
One doom plus the 1 doom of the insurgent in play, which I will deal with.
Okay.
Mike, your draw.
Mosquitoes. So I take a damage. This gains surge. Another insurgent warrior is at Central Station with a doom.
Okay. Do they have to be engaged to do their thing, to parley with them?
Nope. But they will engage you.
Okay. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
My card is
Antelopes. Hey, there's 2 antelopes at this area.
So really just money-making animals, right?
Yeah. Oh, your copy of Africa's Watching should be gone.
Okay. And by the way, I have not played an event with I'll do it myself in play.
Oh, I
Just so
better
people-
discard my card. Winging it. Okay. All right.
You mind if I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to step up back to Central Station. They both engage me, right?
Yes. Here you go.
Thank you. Okay. I will spend, of my $21, $3 to parley with the first guy.
Yep.
He's gone.
If you succeed, discard. Yep, there you go.
I'll spend $3 to parley with the next guy.
So you're basically paying them off. That's cool.
Money talks, Mike.
Yeah, it
Money
does.
talks.
Well done.
Then, as a fast action, do I have...
You have a fast action.
Just wonder if I'm going to need those cards. But I also don't care about my psyche yet. So, we're good. Oh, when those monsters engage me, don't I get both my wolf masks back?
Yes, you do. Yeah, one for each enemy.
Yes.
All right. This
That's me, my friend.
is going to hurt. I explore. Okay, that's fine. Supply disruption. I explore. Hey, hey, hey! Got it.
You found some rivets?
Attach the set-aside rivets story asset to this location. Let's see here. Where are the rivets? Oh, there are the rivets. Supply of rivets. Equatorial Forest gets -1 shroud for each 2 horror tokens on it. After you fail a skill test while investigating this location, place a horror token on this location from the token pool. Okay. And the rivet says, investigate. If you succeed, instead of discovering clues and investigate your location, takes control of the supply of rivets. While it's controlled, it gains. If you are at the boat, you can attach it as a free trigger. That's cool. Okay. So I have to investigate for a lot, don't I?
Five is tricky, isn't it?
Well, I'm a 4. I could be a 6. Oh, I have a plan.
Do you? Awesome.
But the plan is going to require a little more than this. Okay. My plan is I am pulling out all of my glimmers of hope. But that is the end of my turn.
Okay. Do you have that hand size?
Nope, so I'm going to be discarding it and throwing it underneath me.
Okay.
It's all good.
Monster phase. I don't think there's monsters that do anything. Am I right?
Correct.
Bushfires.
Oh,
at
the
end
bushfire
of
should
the
be
round?
at... yeah, it should be at... no,
Maybe
it should
0 actually by
Yeah,
now.
it's at 0 right now.
Yeah. All right. Upkeep. I have to get rid of a card. I'll get rid of it.
Okay.
Here.
Cast Adrift just happened. That stinks.
I'm gonna get rid of a machete. What does cast adrift mean?
I just lost like everything. So I'm gonna keep that, and then all of these are gonna go away.
Oh man, really?
Yeah, I lost everything, and I'm gonna lose this. Wait, I do get to draw a card for putting something underneath me, which You will also get discarded right away, won't it? Yes, it will. Okay, so that's me.
Not a great time for that.
Not a great time for that. In fact, I should just do this. That's too bad. This scenario has been really good at gut punching us at just the wrong moment.
Yeah.
All right, Dark Presence. Yeah, here we are. I don't have my pips on me. Right. Yeah, my Dark Presence. Yeah. I might be going insane.
Crocodile.
Nearest river.
I guess it's the Congo, the banks.
It's the banks of the Congo, yep. Alright. Beginning of our turn.
So do you need me down there, T?
I discard a card, it goes underneath me, and I draw a card. No, I don't, because I have a guts, thank God. Although...
Well, how's it going to help you with this getting the rivets?
Oh, it won't, but it'll help me get rid of the Dark Presence. So I'm up by 1, so I hope this works.
To do what?
I'm trying to repel the Dark Presence.
Oh, you're speaking to it?
I've got an enemy on me, so I'm going to discard all of these. So I'm up by 2. Autofill, of course. Okay.
Wow, my God.
This game has it in for us. I'm not going to pull it out.
Has it in for you?
Yeah. So I'm taking a horror to pull back all of my glimmers of hope. And I'm taking another horror to try to get these damn rivets and pitching all my hope. Like I'm.
Don't forget you have the Idol of Xanatos.
Yeah, I need a card in hand.
Oh.
Losing my boat was this is the worst possible time for that to happen. So what am I? I'm a 4, 5, 6.
Did you read
7.
the card correct that made you pitch your whole hand?
Yeah, I did.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it pitches your hand. Or
Okay.
No, it pitches everything in your boat. But because I drew it in the upkeep phase, I have to discard my hand because I don't have the hand size. I can put one of those cards underneath me. Great, so I have a hand size of 1 now.
Understood.
But then I discarded that card due to obsessive, which is when I drew into the guts, which I hoped would work, but as you can see. So, yeah. What is a skull? What's the current agenda?
2? 3?
Well, that is a...
Agenda 3.
Oh, wait, hang on here. There should be a horror on here for failing a skill test. It's 3.
Yeah.
7 minus 3 is 4. I fail. So this is now 2. That's my turn.
Which means the shroud is 4.
It is now. After I failed it. That's me.
What should I do?
Help me.
Okay. So I'll run down here.
This bag has got it in for me.
I don't need to explore. Right? So I just go there. And this bushfire will burn me, right?
If you end your turn there.
And in the savannah, I go a little kooky. So I'll go straight down to the trees of the dead.
Perfect.
After you end your turn at this location. Oh, no, that's not good. You know, we're near the end. So I end my turn here. I am down 1 on my test. Okay. I will take a direct horror.
All right.
That's where I am to help you.
I take a horror for the attack.
How the hell are we going to get to our boat? Do the falls lead to our boat?
Yeah, they do.
Oh my god, that's gonna save us. All right.
Upkeep. Oh, this fire goes away now. And we upkeep. Cool. I could put that underneath me. And draw a card.
Okay. 3 doom.
Sudden downpour. We're at -1 fleetness. There goes plan B.
Insurgent worker.
Uh-oh. Another doom.
That's not great. I mean,
Wait.
I can pay those guys off easy, but all right, let's figure this out, dude. What do you need from me?
Get this damn presence off me or kill it. Actually, unless you have a sorcerer, spell, ritual, or relic, you can't kill it.
I'm trying to think if I have an easier way of. What if Brother Xavier comes out? Right? And then Dark Presence has 1 hit point.
But it can't be damaged by him.
Oh. Okay. I don't think I have a ton of brain.
I'm just going to discard my random card. That can go underneath me, and I'll draw a card.
Are you best equipped to get the rivets back to the boat, or am I?
What's your investigate power?
I don't really have one.
Yeah, then it's me.
So I should get the thing off you then.
Yeah. Because like I can probably I'm going to try to get the clues first.
Why do we need those clues?
Oh yeah, we don't, do we?
No, we don't. We need you to get those rivets and bust out.
I had it in my head that I needed to get the clues before the rivets.
Nope.
Okay.
So I move 1 to you.
Yeah.
Grab your presents.
Let me just double check the condition here. Yep. That doesn't, as long as there's no human. All right.
All right. I grab the presents. And then I'm going to talk to it on my 3rd action. Okay?
Sounds good. Do I have any?
All right. I'm down 1. I'll go even with Brother Xavier. And I will go +1 dynamite. All right?
Yep.
There it is.
Nice. Okay, he's gone.
Dark Presence gone. That's me done.
All right. 1.
Get those goddamn rivets.
2. I'm a 6. Do you have another pip for me? 7.
For what? Investigation?
Yeah.
I do.
I just okay. Thank
Big
you.
job.
I'm up
Thank
by
you.
4. -2. I have rivets. 1.
Go.
After you enter this location, possibly take damage. I'm going to pitch a card.
You're also at -1 fleetness because of
Oh,
the
right.
downpour.
So I am now. I basically am. Was testing even, so I'm at 2, which is a pass. I then jump down to the boat, and as a free trigger, throw the rivets at the boat. Just like toss them.
Ah!
And we advance. Having completed the repairs, you can make ready to begin your journey up the Congo River to bring Kurtz back. R3.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
What a funny last card. It's very anticlimactic. As dawn breaks the next day, you find yourself on board the Belges, ready to set off in search of Kurtz. The director comes aboard shortly afterwards, accompanied by a small group of Westerners, all armed with guns and equipped for an expedition into the bush. With everyone on board, you hear the disturbing noises of the boilers starting up. The ship's paddle wheels slowly start to turn. The captain, an Englishman by the name of Marlowe, sets course for the upper reaches of the river, which runs deep into the eastern Congo. Mike, each investigator earns 2 bonus XP for successfully repairing the company's steamer.
Nice.
We'll add 1 broken tablet token to the cast for the remainder of the campaign.
All right.
And we'll proceed to Resolution 4. The weather is relatively pleasant for your first day aboard the Belges, and nothing remarkable has occurred. Captain Marlowe is an excellent navigator. With him at the helm, the ship glides through the quiet waters of the river, skillfully avoiding any sandbanks that arise. The crew chats merrily, and you learn that most of the passengers are first-time travelers to these parts. The newcomers are pilgrims, yet it is unclear to you what their pilgrimage involves. Many of them try to shoot the animals that come to drink at the banks of the river, as if on safari. Their accuracy is terrible, and they rarely hit their mark. You aren't sure whether you should be reassured or concerned about their presence on board. The day passes quickly, and you head off to take a well-deserved rest in your cabin. You're exhausted from your previous experiences. The sound of the water splashing against the hull lulls you to sleep almost immediately. We each earn XP equal to Victory X in the victory display.
That is...
Which is why I think you get that XP from the first card.
There is no XP on that
by the
card.
way. Oh, it's just victory display?
Yeah.
All right.
That's why I think it's...
If an investigator took control of any copies of Congolese warrior equipment, I can add them to my deck. I will.
All right.
I did take that. We will record in our campaign log, Mike, the remaining darkness calls.
Which is 2 for each of us.
Okay. And then we'll proceed to Interlude 1. First night aboard the Belges.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll catch up with the campaign log after. Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Check the sections that apply to you. The ancestors are not watching you. If you saw a dark shadow in the flames, yes, we did. You are assaulted by a most bizarre dream in the middle of the night. A huge fire ravages the forest all around you and eventually surrounds you. The flames twist and turn like a wild beast in a too small cage. A humanoid figure emerges from the flames and slowly approaches you. Panicked, you feel trapped and afraid to see what has been released from this infernal fire. A face as black as a bottomless pit looms towards you, its mouth wide open, ready to devour you, its features distorted by an insatiable hunger. The vision is so intense that you awaken abruptly, drenched in sweat despite the cool night air. It takes a moment for you to get control of your emotions, and you find it difficult to go back to sleep, tormented by the face from your dream. After a while, you realize why. The face in your dream looks like Mr. Kurtz, exactly as you saw in the photographs provided by Mr. Promise. Add an information on Kurtz to your campaign log, and the lead investigator, which is me, chooses a random madness or pact weakness and adds it to their deck. All right, let's see what I get here.
I love how it says chooses a random, because that's not what chooses.
Not at all, hey. Whoa, how does this work now? Weakness.
It says, it should say you take a random.
Random weakness. Basic weakness. Kleptomania.
Nice. You're going to steal my stuff.
Oh, okay. I'm a kleptomaniac now. I just am.
Hey, you got to be what you got to be.
Yep.
Well, that was fun, Mike.
Yeah, we're going to the heart of the Congo next time. Oh boy. Well, that was crazy. That was an uphill
Oh, I like it. I like it.
It is well done. Yeah, and it certainly captured the beginning of that book where you're just
absolutely, right?
hopping around the boat, just chilling, waiting for rivets.
No, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Nice. Okay, Daniel, you're away next week, is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. Then...
Well, most likely correct.
Cool. Well, we'll be back most likely in 2 weeks.
That's true.
All right. Until next time, everyone. See you later.
Bye, everyone. Thank
Good night,
you.
all.